Did you know that after 60, that chamomile tea you drink every night might be completely sabotaging your sleep? Even worse, it could be accelerating cognitive decline without you realizing it. It's as if your brain is slowly being shut down, night after night, while you think you're doing something healthy. I'm a sleep medicine specialist with over 15 years of experience, and I've treated thousands of patients with sleep disorders. And I can state with absolute certainty, most people over 60 are making fatal bedtime mistakes that are literally aging their brains at an accelerated rate. Today I'm going to reveal the only two scientifically proven herbs that truly work for deep sleep after 60. And no, it's not chamomile or passion fruit. If you want to discover how to finally get that restorative sleep you haven't had in years, give a like now and subscribe to the channel, because this information could literally save your life. Warning: do not stop any supplement or medication without speaking to your doctor. I'll start with the most powerful herb, but also the most misunderstood. It's ashwagandha, known as Indian ginseng, the cortisol killer herb. Yes, you heard that right. This herb literally destroys the stress hormone that's keeping you awake at 3 a.m. The mechanism is fascinating and frightening at the same time. Ashwagandha contains compounds called withanolides that penetrate the blood-brain barrier and block cortisol receptors in the brain. It's like a protective shield against the stress that accumulates during the day. But here's the danger. No one tells people over 60, your metabolism doesn't process substances like it used to. Your liver works 40% slower. Your kidneys filter less efficiently. This means ashwagandha can accumulate in your system if you don't know the exact dose. And when that happens, it can cause extreme daytime sleepiness, mental confusion, and even dangerous interactions with blood pressure medications. The symptoms of excess are subtle at first. You wake up more tired than when you went to sleep. You feel a mental fog that doesn't clear even with coffee. It's as if your brain is wrapped in cotton. A 2023 study showed that people over 60 who took inadequate doses of ashwagandha had a 35% increased risk of falls due to daytime sleepiness. I remember a patient, Ms. Susan, 67, a retired teacher from Miami. She came into my office dragging her feet, eyes sunken, saying she slept 10 hours a night but woke up exhausted. We discovered she was taking 1,000 mg of ashwagandha every night, double the safe dose for her age. When we adjusted it to 300 mg 2 hours before bed, in just 1 week she regained the energy to play with her grandchildren. Today she says she feels 10 years younger. The safe dose for those over 60 is between 250–400 mg of standardized extract, always 2 hours before bed. Never take on an empty stomach. It can cause intense nausea. And here's a secret: combine it with a spoonful of honey. This improves absorption by 40%. If you already take ashwagandha, type sleep in the comments so I know how many are on the wrong dose. But wait, because the second herb is even more controversial and potentially dangerous if used incorrectly. Valerian, the deep sleep herb that can turn into your worst nightmare. This ancient root is so powerful that in the Middle Ages it was used to sedate horses. Imagine what it can do to your sensitive 60-year-old brain if you don't know how to use it. Valerian works by increasing GABA levels in the brain, the neurotransmitter for relaxation. It's like pressing the off button for the nervous system. But here's the deadly problem. After 60, your GABA receptors are naturally more sensitive. It's like putting jet fuel in a regular car. What happens when you overdo the dose? First comes silent dependence. Your brain stops producing GABA naturally because it's getting too much from outside. After a few weeks, you literally can't sleep without valerian anymore. It's worse than an addiction to controlled substance medication, because it happens without you realizing it. The warning signs are terrible. Hand tremors in the morning, unexplained anxiety during the day, palpitations when trying to sleep without the herb. It's as if your brain is short-circuiting, alternating between extreme sedation and uncontrollable agitation. I've treated dozens of patients who developed valerian withdrawal syndrome. One of the most striking cases was Mr. Robert, 72, a retired banker. He had been taking valerian for 3 years, gradually increasing the dose. When he tried to stop, he went 5 nights without sleep, had hallucinations, and needed to be hospitalized. It took us 2 months to wean him off the herb, reducing 50 mg per week. The safe dose of valerian for those over 60 is a maximum of 200 ml of dry extract, 30 minutes before bed. Never use for more than 4 consecutive weeks. Take breaks of at least 2 weeks. And pay attention. Never, ever combine with alcohol or sedatives. It can cause fatal respiratory depression. Comment your city if you want to know where to find these herbs at the right dose. Now, if all this scared you, here's the complete action plan to get the sleep of your dreams without taking risks. The solution isn't just in herbs, but in a smart routine that respects your body's changes after 60. First, you need to understand that your circadian rhythm has changed. You're no longer the same person who slept 8 hours straight at 30. Now your sleep is naturally more fragmented, and fighting against it only worsens insomnia. Start with strategic eating. Always have dinner before 7 p.m., prioritizing lean proteins and vegetables. Heavy carbohydrates at night are poison for your sleep. Drink a glass of warm milk with a pinch of nutmeg 1 hour before bed. Nutmeg contains myristicin, a compound that naturally induces sleep without risks. Create a sacred sleep ritual. At 8 p.m., turn off all screens. Blue light is 10 times more harmful to eyes over 60. Take a warm bath, not hot, with 3 drops of lavender. Essential oil. Your body temperature needs to drop for you to sleep, and a warm bath facilitates this. Get specific tests every 6 months. Vitamin D, B12, magnesium, and thyroid hormones. Deficiencies in these nutrients are epidemic after 60 and destroy sleep. A patient of mine, Mr. Michael, 68, suffered from insomnia for 5 years until we discovered his vitamin D was at 12 ml. After 3 months of proper supplementation, he started sleeping like a baby again. Use herbs strategically, not daily. Ashwagandha, 3 times a week. Valerian only in emergencies. On other days, passion flower or lemon balm tea, which are milder and non-addictive. Exercise, but at the right time. A 30-minute walk in the morning, direct sun exposure for 15 minutes before 10 a.m. This regulates your natural melatonin. Never exercise after 5 p.m. It releases cortisol and destroys your sleep. First, adjust herb doses according to your age and weight, always starting with the lowest possible dose. Second, create a strict sleep routine, going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, including weekends. Third, monitor your symptoms in a sleep journal for at least 2 weeks to identify patterns. This video could save your life and the life of someone you love. Give a like now. If you learned something new, share with everyone over 60, Subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any tips that can transform your health. And don't forget to comment. What's your biggest sleep challenge? Talk to your doctor before adjusting any supplementation or medication. Remember, you deserve peaceful nights and energetic days. Quality sleep after 60 isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. With the right tools and proper knowledge, you can reverse years of restless nights and regain your vitality. Your brain will thank you, your body will rejuvenate, and your life will gain quality. Sleep well and live better.